Alright, yeah, sir. It fixed. That's nice. That was really nice. Alright. Everything is fixed. Everything is back up and running. Real smooth, real nice, you know what I was saying, bro. Alright, everything is back up and running now. Yeah, that's nice. Alright. Um, why can't I get this here? Alright. Let me just make sure everything is working good on my side. Oh, that's crazy. Alright. Nothing too bad. Nothing too crazy. Alright, so we have gold in the option right now. You just sweep liquidity. This liquidity here, the 50, if you go over to the 50-minute, you can see we had a beautiful sweep of liquidity right here, and we low-key heading back to the upside. We above, we can see that we just broke above the 13 and 50 SMA on the 50-minute chart. The 1 hour, the same thing literally, and well, the 4 hour, I literally just marked it out because we're above all the emails on the 4 hour, but I just marked this out, this high right here and the low, because of, if you realize, we last time we reached up to this high again, we literally came back down and sweep this liquidity here. That what we just did today, yesterday, and we heading back up to the upside. So we just hope. Right now I'm looking at buys, so you can see we just sweep this liquidity here. We honestly have a demand right here, but this here is a demand zone, but I'm looking to see if it could break any highs. You see, it just break a minor, like a minor structure right here. So this setup here is valid, but it will be looking better if we actually start breaking like proper, like crazy highs on. Should have come back before this one, but we have CAD CPI news at 8 to so we're not really looking to. Usually that usually messes with USD pairs, so we're really looking at that, to be honest. But we have a zone right there. Just if that were, guess we continue to break highs there. If we come back and break above this high before come back into the zone, I'm not even that'll be good, unless CAD CPI news affects this market here and we literally just start heading back up to the ups, like just crazy push. Then that's the only way I could see us coming back to the zone. Alright, but um we Gucci, bro. Make sure everything up and running, nice, smooth. Feeling a little bit sick, to be honest. Alright, card news. We also have SPX that we just broke out of this range right here. So sells is literally on my mind. If we trade this bit, right? So we're looking at sells on. That's the thing with supply and demand. You have to trade supply and demand in a ranging market, right? So that's why you see, boom, the 4 hour. Oh, I believe this was, I can't remember which part I drew this out. Most likely it was the 50 minute. It was ranging, and I was waiting to see a break out to see, like, to actually decide my trend. If we break above, then I will continue with my bullish bias, right? Because on the 4 hour, we was getting a little bit of a retracement right here, right? And I was just waiting to see if it will continue breaking up to the upside, breaking these highs right here. But 50 minute was just consolidating, so I was just waiting to see what price is going to do. And price literally just broke out of this here. So guess what? Now I'm looking at sells, and you guys can see it out. For those who trade the 50 minute, this here is considered a valid supply, because when we below the 13 EMA, we break below the 50 SMA also, and we broke structure right to the downside. We have a cap attached to it. This here is a plus setup on the 50 minute. I haven't traded 50 minute like that, right? It also has a 5 minute zone, but as I said, CAD CPI news is 8:30, so I'll just be yeah. Yeah, we just waiting for that real quick. So, if you guys want, you guys could take the same trade as me. Am I profitable? I would not say that, but take the trades at your own risk. If you want, right? This is it. This is the first trade for the month. Literally, I haven't traded since April started because I had some problems with the prop firm that they disabled the account, and I was like, that's kind of weird. So they sent me shout out to Top Step again. They sent me like a kind of discount code, but like it's for like the entire cost. So they just basically gave me a brand new account. So that's what I'm trading on right now. I messaged them last week. We didn't get no response for a couple of days, and then the lady was just super understanding, and she just gave me like a voucher code to buy it over, and I was like, I didn't really buy it because it was like basically for free. So yeah, so just shout out to Top Stuff again. But yeah, we just got tapped into the zone, but it's kind of CAD news, CAD CPI news, bro. Usually let's go for the forex side. This here is gold on the forex side. You guys can see it doesn't even have a gap attached to it. The zone is just completely different. That's crazy. Yeah, but this is future side, futures market. Yeah. I might start to go live more often now, because why not? To be honest, if it does good, the channel's so small too, so just have to be patient with this. Honestly, look like we might break the zone because we already have of the zone already, more than half. So fail to break both those zones right there. Probably tapping in. Still have liquidity at the bottom right here. Liquidity is only invalid until we completely close below that level right there. So to be honest, if it breaks the zone and literally just starts the head like rejects, like still rejects this low right here, then yeah. But honestly, this is a crazy rejection. We reached super low into the zone and rejecting crazy. That's kind of weird. To be honest, these kind of trades, like where the stop loss is like so big, I'd usually go in probably like on the micro side, on the minis. Sorry, let me see if I can pull that up. Like, only because of like stop loss is so big, it doesn't make sense risking so much. But it does, you still getting that kind of rejection right there. So let's just continue to watch and see. But stop loss is big, so I'm actually not gonna be trading. Like if I was to take this setup, I wouldn't be risking it on the regular. But that's only if this zone is valid. Other than that, if it's not valid, then most likely it'll be continue a liquidity grab, which is crazy still. 50 million liquidity grab, and just like that, zone is not valid at all. We just broke below that zone. No, it's just to be patient. Right now, it doesn't make sense trading because one, we have as I said, CPI, CAD, CPI. So it just doesn't make sense. Willing to risk that. Hmm. Alright. Like we honestly going down. No idea what is that, but that's crazy. Let's just wait and see. So remember guys, don't be afraid to text in the chat, make the live more interesting instead of me just sitting here showing my trades. Showing the trades. And remember guys, like it, like the live, you know. It's kinda weird saying like the live. That's looking kinda weird. Remember guys, link in the description below to the Discord. Subscribe to the Insta also. Let's look at ES real quick. ES also have a supply right here. The exact supply I was looking at before. We had precursor. Let me just delete this real quick because we already know the bias. We're just waiting to see a break. So this is the low it broke, and we also have a gap attached to it. Let me see if it has a 1 minute side of it. No, it doesn't. That's not bad though. Like, out of 50 minutes looking. This zone also has 50-minute confluence, which is not bad. If we could low-key break below this low here, like these level of liquidity, if we break below there. And that gold honestly looks like it's gonna be filling in some gaps today. It's like these major gaps right here. So could be that. 5 minute also looking good. Still rejecting off of this liquidity from right here. I'm just looking at it to see what price is doing, because we still didn't close below that wick. So the liquidity, it's still valid. So yeah. I need to see, to be honest, if I was a like bias, I need to see some like serious levels of lows being taken out. ES though, yes, it's not looking too bad. Let me set our alert just in case I'm not on ES. Nas too. Nas is also looking beautiful as well. Yeah, Nas is also looking beautiful. Kappa attached to the break of structure. Yeah, ES and Nas is like similar. Like, it's crazy. It's similar for real. 15 minutes on gold, you guys can see it's still showing beautiful signs there. Liquidity right there. I believe it's like right now it's CAD. It's like, oh right, it's 8:30 right now. 8:30. So look on, usually these things just be taking forever to load. You guys can see though, the first liquidity, the one, this one right there, the first grab would have won, to be honest. Would have won. But I didn't take that, so rejecting off of that supply right there. But if you're being real, I really see that supply holding too much. SPS look like it might come back up. It tapped into the zone. So gold liquidity grab is also looking really nice as well. Not gonna lie. Liquidity. Yeah. Liquidity grab is also looking nice. Let me text that in the Discord real quick. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to call my friend. Let me see if he's on trading. Gold is honestly not looking too bad. It's probably not on the charts. Yeah, most likely not. But so far, gold is honestly looking beautiful. Not gonna lie, we still didn't get a tap on ES, well, SPS. So yeah, liquidity grab is actually not low. Ooh, that rejection right there. Mm-mm. Not liking that at all. What the hell, bro? That's crazy. Listen. Yeah, that a major rejection right there. Another thing too, guys, don't be scared to be drawing up your zones, right? So like what I mean by that, if you're in a trade and you could see that we heading up to a supply, but you're in a bullish market, right? And it like price created a supply. Don't be scared to draw it out so you guys will know how it's reacting towards the zone, and you know, although you're in a bullish market, just don't be scared to draw the mark of the zones and stuff. Cause sometimes marking of the zones will, tell you what to do. Like sometimes when I'm like, let's say if I'm aiming for like I want a tree or something, right? And I realize we're going up to a supply. We have like gaps to be filled and all those stuff. I'll mark it out so I'll know like if price is to reach there and it's not my TP yet, how would I react to this if I would close early or depending on the reaction obviously. If it breaks like straight through the zone, then it doesn't make sense exiting the trade, because then why would you exit the trade if it's trade is looking good? Doesn't make sense. It just wouldn't make sense. Mm. Hey, just waiting to see now what price is gonna do. Probably need to charge this. Nope, what the hell? See, price is still rejecting beautiful offer this liquidity right here. As I said before, the only way this liquidity would be invalid is if price close below that low, and then we would have a big break of structure, like literally. But so far, price looks like it's slowing down after that major push up. Plus, two, we just that candle there was a news candle, so I'm not even stressing about that. Take the 13 EMA breakout with the liquidity. That'd be that'd be cool. Just to see like how it performs and shit. But honestly, we have to see some kind of reaction, like a major push up to the upside, because I ain't really feeling this. Yes, just tapped, but it didn't tap yet. But It just gave it tapped already. Just see how this looks. Not really a crazy tap though, but it's a decent tap. Remember guys, ES is SPX 500 on the future side, right? So just so you guys know, just in case I am to take this trade, then you guys would know this is SPX. Right? It actually is not, honestly, I would prefer like a better tap into the zone. Like if it's like to probably tap the 13 EME, 13 EME, and then possibly come back down, because this minor tap usually sometimes when that happens, it usually, let's say it gives an entry, it usually would go back up into the zone, further up into the zone, stop me out, and then want to go into my direction. So all of that is just, things you have to watch in the market. You have to just gain experience, learn from mistakes. Because if you don't learn from mistakes, then what the hell are you doing? Basically, you just don't want to learn, right? Yeah, if we break below this low, close below here, only 50 minutes on gold, then yeah. We didn't close any zone, but let's see what this kind of does. We don't even have our 1 minute zone to see if we could get a reaction off of, but it's just basically a waiting game, rejecting off of the 13 EMA. It's not too bad on SPX. 35 pips stop loss. Tangent, probably going with like one contract. It's like 5. That's not too bad. That's like 0.5%. Yeah. Looking at it, 0.5% until we reach probably like 2% buffer up on the account, which is probably like, I believe, 1,000 something. I can't remember. Honestly, if I'm being real, honestly, can't remember. But that's only if we get entry. If this candle here closes in the zone, then I don't know. Right. Gold is also not looking too bad. Coming off of this liquidity right here. Looks like it's creating a demand zone here. To be honest, if it breaks the high, then I'll be like, alright, that's actually not a bad demand zone right here. SPX also, it's just looking kind of iffy. I don't like when a setup is iffy. I don't like the gut of feeling that I'm unsure about a setup. I like to go into the market with a clear mind that the setup is the best setup ever. But this the zone there on SPX is just not looking like that at all, bro. That's just crazy. To me, if we break above this higher there, this demanding would be valid, but so far it's not valid at all, my guy. You see what I mean? SPS just that happens to me most of the time. Every time I say, yeah, I'm gonna try to trade Nas, Nas just turns around and just messes up. Shows a beautiful zone, but just messes up in the process, you know. See if it shows another rejection, or like a kind of reaction towards that zone. Okay. Close above the 2 EMA, which is not bad, but honestly want to see, because we showed a great rejection from that. So I want to see if we could break through that zone, break above that high, create the a good demand zone, and just get a tap in, and because March was like kind of horrible, if I'm hearing. Okay. Let me see it. Honestly, doesn't look too bad. Look, you wanna watch some Flash is honestly good. Not gonna lie to you. I really fucking with this at all. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Doesn't like this at all. Don't like this at all. Probably if it was like this zone here, I'd probably give this a chance. But no. We also have gaps to fill into the right up there. So I'm not really no. I'm not looking at this. I really like that at all. I'm not fucking with that. That's crazy. Not saying that this can't win still, but it's a risk that if you guys want to take, then take that on your own risk. I'm not recommending anybody to take that setup at all. So don't take that shit, cause literally above the 13 you me rejecting right there. Taking a setup would be like a huge risk. My throat is itching. Let me just see like a break above this 50 SMA right here to be like, you know, because right now it's just rejecting off of that 30, I mean 50 SMA. So yeah, hold on. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back real quick. Gonna do something real quick. Okay, zone is holding up. Not too crazy though. I ain't really liking it too much. May close inside the supply, yes, but I want to see a break above everything. A break structure for tap into the zone. Okay, why isn't OBS loaded? Alright. Oof. Okay, gold might actually be the play, you know. This gold demand here might honestly be the play, because NAS and ES are like that at all. So gold here might actually be the play, but I know it's just a waiting game to see what the hell price is gonna do, because honestly price is already showing any kind of movement right now. Price is looking kind of slow. Hmm. It's just a waiting game. Not really like what's going on here.